Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Yellow Jackets offense will get first crack at it today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. A little screen to the running back. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Nestles it in at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Pittsburgh's offense will go to work for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
College football becomes more and more every year, more nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase down your quarterback in any situation, and you can see it right there. DB came flying in there, gets the first.
Oh, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. To the air, it's King. Quarterback moving. And he's still running after the move. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win.
He's going for the goal line. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quickly complete.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got him. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Right on the money. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down on.
Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's King. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete to the right. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Offense facing 4th down.
Wants to return it. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. On the ground, it's Reed. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Off the play fake. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Lee. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a 1st at the 32.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Hit right back to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And the kick is good. And guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Got a little space. Still on his feet at the 35. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's King. Got it behind the line, it's Haynes. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Pitt pushing the pace.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out fast. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. In the red area, it's Reed. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top. He's got the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Touchdown, Pitt! Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Catch in the middle, it's Rutherford. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Kane. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Patterson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run the screen. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
Number 47, on to punt it away.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The give to the tailback. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision-making.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. The short hands, it's Rivers. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Back to pass, it's King. Throws to the back. Caught close to the marker, it's Haynes. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Yellow Jackets will try to punch it in on first and goal. Sends it back in motion. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it on the run. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Absolutely perfect. And now they take the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the flats at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this 3rd quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lee. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Hit it right back to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Throws to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Touchdown, Panthers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's King. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Haynes.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Moving away from pressure. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feel.
Got some room into the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's the handoff. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Reed. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Pitt pushing the pace. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive, looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. To the air on second down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone, using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
A first down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd down? They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Man, I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Off-play action on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Looking for a man. It's King. With the catch, it's Patterson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Using his legs, it's Scott. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Pitt wipes right back to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after three quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. Gives it on the option. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call Red Snoopy. Little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the first.
Looking to throw, it's King. Finds a tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Leaves it with the back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Now facing a third and long. Motion from the back. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Handoff to the single running back. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run from the shotgun. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on third down, but this is a different deal on third and long. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The penalty gets back a few, but it's still 3rd and 8. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. That's the last thing this defense needed, a penalty to keep the drive moving. It's 1st and 10. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's King. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. And that defensive penalty will move it closer to the end zone. It's still 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to...
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Panthers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Off play action. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
That's reeled in. It's Rutherford. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. Runs through a tackle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Makes the grab, defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. And the Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. The Yellow Jackets enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. Looking to throw, it's King. Quick strike complete. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well,